What's up? What's up? This your boy JG back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please press the subscribe button so you'll be updated on all my latest content. This is an interesting topic. I thought I'd talk about it because a lot of the veteran artists, a lot of the veteran R&B artists, they wasn't happy with what happened on Verzuz with Omarion versus Mario. They wasn't happy about what happened. But before the Omarion and Mario, they had another Verzuz, a pre-show. They had Pleasure P and Sammy versus Bobby V and Ray J, and they had that Verzuz. And so a lot of the veteran artists feel like they won't really conduct themselves the right way. And so yeah, my bro Steve coming in. What's up, Steve?
Yo.
Yeah, I know you saw the video, and yeah. You saw the video.
I just saw do half of it.
Okay.
But I seen most of it for the most
Yeah, how your day been?
Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
I'm at the Barnes and Noble. They close at 9:00, so I said let me go ahead and
Okay.
live
Okay.
for a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, Q Parker from 112. He said he was raised, in the era, the '90s era, where they really was polished on, how they presented themselves on, in the public eye, when they performing. And so he had a problem with, what happened on Verzuz, because, they were drunk and, they were just having a good time on the stage. And so he had a problem about that.
Yeah.
So so we're gonna check out a little bit what he said on that.
My mind, y'all, all night that I have to speak on the Verzuz last night. You ain't even gotta ask me if I watched it, because this is
So mine, y'all, he's from a different era. He's from the 90s, and most of the people that was on stage last night is from the 2000 era, early 2000s. So
what this live is about to be about. Now, I'm gonna make 4 points. I'm gonna make 4 points, and I want y'all to tell me if you agree. I don't even really care if you agree or not, because I know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
It's tested, tried, and it's true. Now, to know me, I'm all about that R&B shit, right? And I have been on this crusade trying to get guys that are my peers.
And I wish 112 come back together like the original team.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But the paperwork got to be right, and there's so much, with that. So,
I really didn't understand what had happened.
Yeah. You talking with the group?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it just everybody had their own opinion on the direction of 112, but things happen with business and stuff like that. Yeah.
Trying to get them to really reconnect with what we signed up for. And what we signed up for as a male R&B artist is we don't do the foolishness. That R&B shit is never defined as foolishness. It never defines being whack, being out of place, over the top. We just don't do that. Now, I am just so blessed that how I was raised in this game by Kevin Wells, Courtney, Divine, Puffy. Man, they put time and developed us to a T, so that when we got our male R&B artist syllabus, they made sure we knew it by memory.
The last time you heard syllabus?
Yeah. So I heard that word since first year. High school. Yeah, high school.
You hear that in college?
12th grade. Yeah, I never.
Did you hear that in college?
I heard in college sometime, but not like my first few years. But
Your syllabus.
yes, so
That's when you hear that at the auditorium or
oh
in
yeah.
the classroom stuff with your parents. Make sure
So-
they have their syllabus.
So they got a syllabus. He probably talking about the contract. That's probably what he talking
Yeah.
about.
I mean, I heard syllables, but I ain't heard syllabus.
Syllabus in years. Yeah.
Before we released any record, that we could do it with our eyes closed. And if you notice, man, 112, Q Parker, you've never seen us act crazy. You've never seen us overdo it. You've never seen us.
But I think Q gotta think about this is a new era though. You know, a lot of
Right.
people, you know, the social media, you know, the new wave of social media, you know, they gravitate to negative things, and so
Yeah.
I think the artists on Verzuz that night, they was feeding off the energy of social media and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and so they were just having a good time, you know, and that's the way it is now. You know, they on stage having a good time. They don't care if
Right.
they drank or smoke anything. It's just a different time now.
Right. I understand he's looking at it from, you know what I'm saying, from, far as keeping a standard in R&B music and stuff. And like you said,
Yeah.
and stuff like times have changed, and even like the behavior
Yeah,
because of the influence of the new hip hop.
yeah, and you know, R&B is like hybrid with rap now. So
Right.
yeah, so yeah,
We just really was it was just pushed into us the importance of being sexy, being smooth, being charismatic, having charm, all of those things. And so last night, man, the generation that's after my generation, so my generation is the 90s, and so all of the guys that were on last night, they will probably be the 2000s era.
yeah,
And a lot of them I know personally, with the exception of Ray J. If we see each other, it's cool, but
Ray J.
Sammy, Mario,
Why you say it like that?
Bobby V,
I don't know.
You
Well, you know Ray J, he be mostly in the club, so he don't be serious about music really. He just do it, you know, when he want to. He's serious
Like-
about it when he want to. Yeah.
You gotta still give him that one wish battle.
Oops. Oh.
I
Oops.
understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what happened.
what happened?
Oh, Siri. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, excuse me.
Tell
Siri.
Siri continue.
Yeah, Siri popped up when I said something.
Oh,
But
oh.
anyways, that was one of my songs, by the way. One of my beats.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear it? Could you hear that music?
No, I didn't even hear it.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all heard it.
Okay.
It popped up. Yeah. So what you about to say? I forgot what you about to say.
Oh, I said, oh.
Oh,
but
Ray J.
Ray J is still a R&B, considered an R&B artist, right?
Yeah, he considered R&B. Yeah. So
And even though you know him as One Wish, the
yeah,
One Wish song.
yeah, and he gonna talk about that later. How it'll come up later. He talking about how if you on Verzuz, you should have more than eight hits under your belt. So
all of them are like my little brothers. And I know for a fact that some of them know better than what they displayed yesterday.
he acting like a big brother. So.
I know some of them know better because some
Yeah.
of them
Or somebody's
came
uncle.
through the same
Yeah,
tutelage that we did. Matter of fact, shit, I have mentored a few of them myself.
Wow.
So I know they know better. And so let me get into it, because I ain't even gonna be on here long. But let me get into the first point. The first point that I did not like about last night was you can never be too
you free-
excited
yeah,
without
teaching and
collecting
pre-
yourself.
yeah,
Because whenever you are too excited, you overshoot notes. You may
Sheesh.
be offbeat a little bit because you're just too excited. And
You gotta
so
play the
it was
organ.
always told to us, hey man, collect yourself,
yeah.
understand what your mission is, and go out here.
But you gotta think. I understand what he's saying. when you're an R&B artist, you're there to sing. But I think in that atmosphere, these artists, they were just thinking about competition.
Right.
It won't really about vocals. It's about who had the songs, who had the catalog, and how the crowd would move to those songs.
Right. I mean, like for example, Mario was an example of you know what I'm saying, of representing well for it. But he also, you know what I'm saying, he threw some jabs and stuff.
Yeah, had
But
Tank and all that stuff.
Yeah, but he still kept it. He still kept it cool, like you know what I'm saying, like Q was talking about, because Q's looking at it like, even though you know what I'm saying, it's the younger generation, it's still like, as far as holding R&B to a certain standard, representing for the ones that, because he's saying we influence y'all. You know what I'm saying? We came before, you know what I'm saying, before y'all. So it's like,
yeah.
But I understand too, like you said, it was mostly for like entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
And carry it out with 100% accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever be too excited. And I'm telling y'all this because of what I know. I've been an artist that's too excited, and then you go out there trying to impress somebody that you see in the stands or in the crowd, and you want to be like, oh, I'm finna kill it tonight cause such and such in the building.
Yeah, that can happen. You trying to, please the crowd. You see one, like being an R&B artist, you see one girl in the crowd, you just want to run your tail off with different.
Right.
That's natural.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So I understand what he's saying. Yeah.
He's like saying basically just like, focus on just like how you made that record. Like you gotta put yourself in that mindset. Like when people hear you, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying, it ain't gonna always sound like the record, but at least make it as authentic as it was when you was in that studio, because they came to hear you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But it's live, so.
Yeah.
You overdo it, you get too excited, then you start overshooting notes, you're sharp, you're thinking so fast, and so you're offbeat, your swag and your smoothness ain't there because you're just trying to overdo it.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah.
And the one thing that we were taught was, at the end of the day, you are a singer.
Preach.
I could care less if you leave a Q Parker show and say, man, Q can't dance, man.
And Tank did that. He went out there, he sung his butt off for that few minutes, but he was there to sing. He wasn't there to do anything.
Do backflips and I mean, look, but see, we know the people for dancing and things like, and that's great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you said, at the end of the day, it's going to read R&B singer, not R&B dancer.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
He ain't got no rhythm, but one thing you ain't gonna say is Q Parker can't sing. That's for sure. Because at the end of the day, before the beginning and the end, I am a singer.
Yeah.
Right? And I think because of all of the pressure that Verzuz puts on you to outshine somebody, to overdo it and stuff, it took them away from the one thing that,
he preaching now. He going in.
When push come to shove.
Yeah, he about to go to his last point. He about to bring it home.
And he just getting started when he gets there.
Yeah, he warming up.
A singer.
Right there. Right there.
Now, I'm gonna give it to Mario. Mario brought them vocals.
Oh yeah,
which is what he should have done.
Yeah, Mario did.
But everybody else, nah, B. And y'all know better. Sammy, you know better, man. You know better, Sammy.
Oh.
Bobby, you know better.
Bobby, you know better.
Bobby, you know better.
You know better.
Wow.
The second thing was.
Hey, that's just my parents so goddamn.
Yeah.
In the syllabus, I'm finna go on off a page like my man on P Valley be doing. What he be saying? That's rule number 37. So in the R&B male syllabus, On page 42,
Wow.
it talks
Hey,
about how
he
you
going
gotta
to
have
scripture.
swag, man. You
Oh
gotta
yeah.
be smooth.
Yeah. What you say?
He's calling out scriptures.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fat 46 verse. So yeah, well he right. You gotta have swag. You know, I think he learned that a lot from Diddy. You know, the swag part. And so
Especially like, yeah, and then he wants everybody in your video. No, stop.
yeah, you want to be like that. Wear dark clothes. Yeah.
You can
You gotta
afford to
have
do that, and you
charisma.
got
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta be
Oh
respectful.
yeah.
R&B dudes, man, we don't be talking while somebody's singing.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
You don't talk while somebody is singing, man. If
Yeah.
you got something to say, you wait until they're done. But you're not rude, man. To
Yeah.
be a male R&B heartthrob, he ain't rude.
Mm.
He is not rude. That guy is not rude.
Hey,
Because
Yeah.
we're too smooth for that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. This sounds like something Tank would have said.
Yeah. And I wonder what Tank got to say about the verses.
Oh, you know
I'm
he
curious.
gonna say something.
Yeah. Yeah. All the R&B veterans coming out now. So
At 15 minutes.
oh, okay.
that. We too smooth for that, guys. We are too smooth than that. We like, man, a male R&B singer should be like water. It just should flow. Effortless, man. Effortless. If I had closed my eyes last night and only could hear,
That part.
Yeah.
I would have thought that it was a stage full of rappers.
Wow.
And I'm not even trying to hate on rappers, but I'm going to give you a little context. I know my generation was the last generation or the first generation for hip hop and R&B. We had a great formula. Shout out to Puffy. Man, he's getting recognized this weekend, lifetime achievement. His greatness showed in 112.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
Because we all come from the hood. We about that life too. If push come to shove.
Well, before this, he talking about, you know, he said no disrespect to rappers, but they came out like R&B gangsters that night, and you know they didn't. You know, he said like the R&B, like his era was like the first of hip hop and R&B, you know, soul, and you know later on the R&B singers, they started putting their hand on their crotch and all that stuff like rappers. So he's saying, you know, that's what they seemed like last night. They were just R&B gangsters, and they weren't really that. That's what he's saying.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but think about it. Anytime you heard something that was going on with R&B male singers, even if they got into a fight or something, it was backstage.
Yeah.
We ain't fighting in public. Like, we ain't going toe to toe on stage. We're not doing that. Because again, we'd say something.
Well, you gotta think about a lot of them was friends up there. Like even after the show, like when they did live, they were just playing. Like they still was joking. So I don't know. I think he was kind of too critical about that part. Like I think they were just feeding off the crowd energy. And so
that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fast forward to when RL about to come up.
All right.
You doing something that we ain't that we ain't.
So he was talking about management. They should have stepped in and say you out of line. He was talking about like a box in the ring. Like, you know, they tell them, you know, we didn't train like that, you know, when we was training. And he's saying that's how the managers should be, like the entourage around them should be. They should tell them like, oh no, you shouldn't do that, you know, because it mess up their image or whatever. But I don't know. I think it was too critical. I think, you know, they were just having a good time celebrating their music.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the reaction, and because of that, people gonna go back and listen to their music even more.
Yeah, they're gonna listen to the real song, and probably One Wish probably still gonna go out, you know, go off the charts.
I think One Wish probably don't. Yeah,
they don't care about, you know, because they heard the original song already, so they not gonna trip off of that. Yeah.
We talked about. Hold on.
So he about to bring RL up.
Get back in your bag. Cause you doing something that we. Cause I'm back home right now. I just finished doing press. I'm at the Target Center tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not. I'm in my feelings right now, man. Because these guys, nah, nah. What's your thoughts?
Um, I think honestly, in a way, it makes us look good because that's the generation after us that's gonna get a lot of work. You know what I mean?
Mm.
For us,
Mm.
with the live performances and the things we do, people look at us as the new legacy artists. Sadly, this you're selling yourself.
Mm.
Promoters are going to be watching this. I think people lost money last night. You know what I'm saying? So honestly,
That
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with
About all
that.
that. Nah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't agree. I don't think they lost money. I think their catalog
Nah.
is spinning now.
Nah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
bro, part of me is ashamed, but the businessman in me was like, yes, because I'm back home right now. I just finished doing press. I'm at the Target Center tonight.
Oh Lord.
So
You know,
I think
talk
they're
about
better
what
than
they
that, and
doing.
I think that
Yeah.
I
They trying to
like the
promote.
ego last night as well. And it's one thing to make light jokes. I'm a jokester. It's another to be having like you saying some things that's almost like it's like you had that friend you joke with. You be like, man,
I don't think they went too far. I think they were just
Look,
yeah, yeah,
we made memes out of this. Even church folks had some memes about like the Ray J thing and stuff. And people
yeah,
were saying it was the funniest like verses. I mean, I
yeah,
understand the part where you want the all serious, what I'm
yeah,
saying, being
yeah,
smooth and suave. But the thing is that like you said, they was feeding off that crowd.
yeah,
And you got to understand something. Each verses had that kind of energy in a sense, especially like
yeah,
the locks. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? The dipset
yeah,
and stuff. But
yeah,
that crowd, that energy
yeah.
is
And like
just be important to them.
yeah, yeah. And then later on, he talked about when he went to B Cox R&B live thing, and I think he was throwing shots at. I think he was talking about Aaron Bellinger, but he didn't say no names.
Hold
Let me
on, go
see.
to that.
yeah, Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Let's
I
fast
think
forward.
that's the big thing. Just somebody that's
What's wrong with Eric
on the
Bellinger?
internet because there wasn't no camera phone.
There was no.
And
Nah, I'm trying to get to it. See.
I ain't even gonna get. I'm not
ain't on the internet because
talk about this real quick before you go.
they play my joints and they wanted me to grab a mic.
Here you go.
Sing, and you get too excited, then you start overshooting your notes, start going sharp.
I don't know. I don't know if he was talking about Eric Bellinger on this part.
Out of step,
Uh-huh.
and you too fast in the beat. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I'm gonna give you one. I ain't gonna say who I did B Cox thing that he has, the R&B joint.
Mm-hmm.
And they played my joints and they wanted me to grab a mic and sing along. And I'm not trying to talent show. I'm just I'm vibing. And
Yeah.
the upcoming artist who's a writer, he got some records on Chris now. Young cat, he's really dope. I really like him. But do I think vocally he can do what we do? No, but he got a nice voice. He started trying to
I don't know who he talking about, but it sounds like
Nah, gotta be.
And
Yeah.
you let him keep the mic.
because he do sing a lot of runs.
I understand exactly what you're talking about. It's called that talent show thing where you feel like there's something else you got to pull out. When honestly, for those artists, who I really respect their little bros, the music spoke for itself.
Wait,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
back a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back. Go back. Hold on.
Right? You see somebody in the audience you want to impress and be like, ooh, hell's in the building, so I'm gonna show this nigga that I really can sing.
yeah.
You get too excited, then you start.
I mean, of course, you're gonna show off. If you get in that spotlight, you're gonna show off.
Yeah.
You're gonna sing all the runs in the book.
Yeah.
So, man, it's just it's called a showcase. So you gonna sing all the runs you can. And,
Right.
yeah. So.
That's how it was in making the band.
Start going sharp
Yeah.
and shit, and then you too excited and you out of step and you too fast in the beat. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I'm gonna give you one. I ain't gonna say who I did.
I think he talking about Eric Bellinger.
And they played my
I think.
joints
Gotta
and they
be.
wanted me to grab a mic and sing along. And I'm not trying to talent show. I'm just I'm vibing. And an
Yeah.
upcoming artist who's a writer, he got some records on Chris now. Young cat, he's really dope. I really like him. But
It gotta be him.
vocally he can do what we do. No, but he
He said no.
he started trying to
Why you say it like that?
Yeah.
Like we was in a marathon or something. And I just let him keep the mic.
You think he talking about Eric Bellinger?
Yeah, you got to. He said,
Yeah.
wait, why he
Yeah.
looking like that? Though?
Yeah, but man, Eric Bellinger can sing to me. I don't know what he talking about.
No. He said he could sing. He said, but not like
yeah, not like the '90s. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
RL is very competitive.
Yeah. A lot of them '90s R&B artists, they're very competitive. So,
because you understand, like, you know what I'm saying, he came from church as well. But I mean, the thing is, like you said, man, it's more so of a compliment, because it's like, hey, look, I just want to show you that, hey, look, you know, you've been a part of my influence and stuff like that, and this is what I can do.
Yeah. And Q had some points, but I think some parts it was just way too critical, because he got to think about the atmosphere, the people and the crowd and all that stuff. They was for all that energy. It's like But appreciate you for being on the show. I know you got to go.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have closed at 10 o'clock, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, brother.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you.
All right. Okay. All right. Peace.
All
right. Bye.
Yeah, appreciate y'all watching. But I was just watching the clip with Q Parker. He was talking about Verzuz and about how the R&B artists, they won't really sing in like that. And Mario he really brung it at the Verzuz. Let me know who your favorite person at Verzuz was. I think Mario vocally, he really brung it on Verzuz that night. Of course, Omarion is the better dancer. Of course, he's the dancer on the Verzuz. But I think Mario really brung it as far as even the album cuts. A lot of his songs that he did, it kind of took me back to my high school days. And so let me know in the comment section what you thought about what Q and RL was thinking about the Verzuz. I think some parts they was being very critical about the R&B artists, but I understand from their standpoint, because when they came in, it was more about the vocals. It wasn't about the entertainment. It was more about skill and being talented. And let me know what you thought about the Verzuz. I think it was pretty good Verzuz. Of course, I think when it came to Jeremiah, I don't know if he should have came out in the midst of all those vocalists, that Mario and stuff like that. But let me know your views about that. And thank y'all for watching. I see 2 people in here. If you have any comment about how Verzuz went, let me know in the comment section. And Q, all the people in 112 was incredible singers back then. Even next, all of them could sing as well. And Omarion caught a lot of beef from his own members, band members from B2K. It was a little beef that happened with B2K between him, Omarion and the group. And J Bug had some stuff about it. Ras B, and then who was the Fizz, Lil Fizz, had some stuff to say about Omarion. And Omarion, he lashed back on social media about and a lot, when B2K came out, I didn't know they was really thinking. I didn't know Omarion was singing all of the parts, until later on. Once I got really into the production side of music, I didn't know that was going on. So, appreciate y'all for watching. I see 2 people in here. Appreciate y'all for watching this show. Was Q and RL too critical about the Verzuz? They both come from the church, and so people in the church, they real critical about vocals, and it's very competitive, especially in the church realm of things. As far as vocals is concerned, you know, it's real critical. So appreciate y'all watching. You know, this has been another video from your boy JG. All right, peace.